Hey everyone, I'm Stacy. I'm the clinical director of the Healing Collective and here today with a member of our clinical team, Jenni Kustanovich-Hoza, and wanted to spend a little bit of time just letting you get to know Jenni and what you can expect from spending time with her in sessions, a little bit about her approach, and what it might feel like to work with Jenni. Hey Jenni, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Jenni, what do you hope that clients would feel when they come in to work with you?
Feel all the feelings. I think first and foremost, I want people to feel like themselves, however they show up in that moment, knowing that I, for one, can feel a lot of different things all at once, and that can feel really genuine and no explanation needed. That is how I'm showing up. And I would hope that clients feel safe enough to do the same, and enough so that they also feel connective, whichever word fits, connected to their space, their self, me, the whole shebang of therapy, which can feel like really big and also really subtle and simple. Connected. And then I'm going to give one more.
Okay.
I think it wraps it all together. I would say I want them to feel curious. And of course, if in the moment that doesn't fit where they are, no biggie. And be a little curious about, how am I feeling? Where am I feeling it? What do I need? Where does this show up in my day-to-day? What hurts? What feels great? What's funny? What's silly? I think asking questions can be really hard. In my backstory, asking questions was not something that came easily to me. And yet when we start to dig and ask questions, it can also be really cool. So all of that, that's how I'd hope they feel.
All right. What do you wish more people understood about the therapy process?
The subtlety of it. I think sometimes when we show up and we have this, of course, we're feeling a little icky. We come in and we meet a therapist and we're like, here's my stuff, fix my stuff, make it all go away. And yeah, I'm here to contain all this stuff. And I wish the process was like magic. And I do think that the therapy process it's almost like alchemy, where there's like that science backing, but also like a sprinkle of magic that maybe, I don't want to say we can't, because I think we can explain it, but we don't want to explain it. We want it to feel magical. And so within that like alchemy world, there's lots of subtleties that don't feel really like big and like, I feel really bad now, but I did this one thing and now I feel amazing and great again. I would love that. And when we live in the messy middle, it doesn't always look like that. So finding safety within that connection of the therapeutic process, to be okay with some things are going to feel really subtle and things are going to feel really slow. And at one point, like in alchemy, all of a sudden there's gold. Like all of a sudden things have been broken and things put back together and you're like, whoa, that was the magic. I just took a bunch of tiny little steps and here I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that analogy. In the work that you do, what are patterns or themes that you love helping clients explore?
I love when I think of this question, I immediately kind of go to that space of like where clients feel empowered and like how they get to that space of feeling that. And it's usually beginning to break or untie themselves with beliefs of self-doubt, insecurity, shame, and those like big feelings might have been implanted by family of origin stuff, or by peers, or by society, or who knows where, doesn't matter. I feel that way. And I think those themes, when connected to like numbing behaviors and in general, like self-harm in so many different ways and however that shows up, I enjoy walking with clients as they start to like name the different parts of themselves that feel one way or feel a different way, and have those internal conversations and start to loosen.
Is there anything else that comes to mind for you that you would want folks to know about you or about the therapy process before coming into their work?
Well, the first thing that came to mind was like, I am here to serve you. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, like this is your time and your space. And I do want all humans to know that when they show up, they can ask for what they need. And together we can create that like collaborative process. Specifically, how I show up, I will always show up with a fairly gentle demeanor. That's kind of my makeup. And I am not someone who is going to shy away from like pushback in a way that is, of course, there's going to be pushback. Of course, we're going to be scared. And I welcome it all in the space. And also, on top of all the things, how I show up will always be from a inclusive framework that always prioritizes like self-nourishment and self-respect. For me and my recovery and my background, self-love, self-like doesn't always fit, but I always have a baseline of I gotta have some self-respect. And so when I show up in a room, that's always going to come with me. And self-nourishment is not that far back behind. So that's what shows up. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jenni. So our hope with this today is that you just get a feel for what working with Jenni might be like, whether that is coming in and spending some individual time with her or working with her in some of our more holistic somatic modalities, or you may even encounter her in a group at some point. Jenni, thank you so much, and we will see you soon.
Of course. Thank you.